We're up to the 7th step on how to become an Orthodox Jew. So, 7th step is 7 most important thing, I believe, is marriage and the laws of Niddah, meaning family purity and how we're supposed to interact between husband and wife, basically while the wife has her periods. So basically, first of all, we have to remove any misconceptions that we're not trying to restrict pleasure, or we're not trying to say that the woman is just impure and therefore we don't want to touch her. It's much deeper than that. Like we know, and I'm repeat so many times, there are many different reasons: physical, spiritual, biological, but mostly spiritual, that we don't know. It's very deep. But so what is family purity? Basically, 12 days a month from the moment the woman has her periods till 12 days later minimum, depending if how much if she bleeds more than 5 days at the beginning. But basically, if it's not more than that, then she counts 5 days, and then 7 days. It's a total of 12 days. The 7 last days are 7 days where she cannot see any blood at all. It has to be the 7 clean days. So during 12 days, the husband and wife are not going to be together. And the basic idea is that, first of all, it's a time where the couple is working on becoming one with each other, but not through physicality. It's a moment where we build up our relationship on a more emotional and intellectual and spiritual level, and basically we intensify the desire for each other through that period, and in order to get back together physically on a more intense level. So the whole purpose is to get more pleasure. The whole purpose is to get more connection. Today, it's so easy to see that the one of the main problems with couples is the desire that they have for each other. They get bored. They don't have a way. They don't find ways to get more excited about each other. And one of the reasons Jewish marriage has been more successful and there have been much less divorces is because of that. There are many details in the laws of Niddah about how the woman check for blood and all that. This I'm not going to discuss here, but you can find it online what she has to do. Now, what can one do and what cannot do, just on the basic level. Basically, during the 12 days, the husband and wife are not allowed to have sex together. They're not allowed to touch each other. They're not allowed to but yeah, those are the most important thing. And they can sleep in the same bed, and there are some other details, but those are the most important. No intimate relationship. You can sleep in the same bed, and you can't touch each other. So those are the thing. And at the end of the 12 days, basically she goes in a bath of water called the mikvah, and it has a purification process, and it's a rebirth. Basically, when you go in the water, it's like a womb, and when you go out of the water, it's like you become like a newborn. And before, what happens is that what does those laws of Niddah come from? The laws of bleeding, it comes all the way from the first story. Who was the first woman to have her periods? It was Eve, after the sin. Technically, it was not supposed to be like that. She started bleeding, and it was part of basically the curse that now there's death in the world, and the woman is every month reminded of that death that she brought to the world, and that she has the potential to bring back life. And that was the new name Chava that Adam gave to her, is that now she's the mother of humanity. She has the potential to give birth and that is why we call that when there is a lack of a potential, the potential has been wasted, so to speak, she's not able to be impregnated, then she has a loss, and there's a death coming through that, and that's the impurity. So it's a missing out life. That's where impurity is. So now what happened is that you don't have to be pregnant each time. We believe in contraception in Judaism. However, we take it very seriously. You have the opportunity to give life. You don't want to waste it. Sometimes it's not a waste because it's not the right time, or emotionally we're not ready. This you discuss with your rabbi. But those are basically the basic ideas. It comes all the way back from the first man and woman who had relations together, and reminded husband and wife, because the husband also have to go through 12 days. It's not just the wife's problem, it's the husband's problem, and they have to work together and become a better couple during that time, understand the value of life, understand the value of the relationship, the power of touch, the power of loving each other on many different levels. So I encourage everyone to learn more if you're married, all the laws of Niddah and family purity and of marriage, but we learn basically the basic most important component, and it's very important. That is one of the worst sin, is to sleep with a woman who didn't go to the mikvah before. It's not in the sin that you're a bad person. It means that it creates a spiritual blockage, and it's a very strong spiritual blockage. So in order to prevent that and be connected to God on the highest level, we have to learn to be careful of what affects us in a negative way. All right, see you soon for step 8.